Yes. News in 5 minutes. Welcome back to the stream. My name is Lorenzo. Hope you guys are doing well. Yesterday was amazing. Let's get it started. New month. Let's go. Woo! Good to see you guys. Welcome back. Let's be quick. Alright. What's happening, guys? Hope you guys did your push-ups yesterday. Big shout out to everyone that did. Congratulations. Okay. Today's a new day. We have so much news, fam. So much news to discuss here. Let's put on some nice tunes. Let's get it started. Let me quickly check who we have in the building here. 4 minutes till the news. 3 minutes till the news. Getting there. Awesome. New month, fam. Okay. We managed to close the month perfectly. It's time for a new month here. We had no losses last month, so that's nice. We skipped a week of streaming though. You guys know why. Family stuff. But time to get back in full. Okay, you guys voted yesterday. It was 50-50 in regards to Monday to Thursday or Tuesday to Friday. We'll let you know later on. Okay, so quick. We have a lot of news coming, so don't worry about it. Don't feel obligated to trade this one, in my opinion. We're not at our key levels right now anyways. We're still waiting for us to reach one of our key levels for our entry models. So in 2 minutes, we have more information about the ADP non-farm employment. Then after that, we have, of course, the PMI, the ISM, the JOLTS job openings. And this is all in preparation for the FOMC in 2 days leading up to the NFP here. So craziest day of the week, you could say. In combination, of course, with Friday. But again, this is one of these weeks. Next week, clean. Almost no news. So, utilize this. 2 key levels here. 22.92 was our early previous weekly PoC. We came to it yesterday. We managed to actually respond from it yesterday for a while. 4 hours to be exact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours before we came down. And we retested it. And we sold off again. You see how good that key level held? Right here, 1. And then also, of course, when we came back down, we retested it. And it was another 100 pips to the downside. We reclaimed it though, okay? We're currently back at it. And do take consideration that the new monthly candle has officially opened. Okay? New monthly candle set in a little bit of a bottom wick here. And now it's pushing further to the upside here. So what I want you to do is pay very close attention to the following 2 key levels. The 2304. The 2306. The early previous weekly value high is where we took our trade from yesterday. And the current weekly value low is the 2306. After this news, we're going to be a little bit deeper. Okay, we're going to talk about all of these key levels here. So quickly, who we have here in the chat. And then we wait for the news here. Let's see what we have. Okay. Boom. Homelander, good to see you, my friend. Cam. Poker time. Anastasia, good to see you. Tiboski, Candle Slanger, Jamie, my G. What a legend you are, man. All the way from the beginning. Rian, King J, Maffy, Liam, Boxer. I just had a crazy sparring session beforehand, like literally an hour and a half ago. Okay, so I was already prepared, of course. All right, news. Let's go. What's happening? Is it spectacular or is it a little bit boring? Let's see what we have. First thing. Overall, you could say good for the dollar. Is it actually that good for the dollar? We're gonna find out. Well, not much movement here whatsoever. It's not really surprised to me, to be honest. Okay. So let it evolve here for a couple minutes. Let's see how this goes. And let's see what happens when we, you know, number one, potentially come back to this key level. You guys know it right now, the 2293. And if you see a reaction from it, if that's the case, fantastic. You know, you can reclaim it, you retested it, and you're going to go up towards these key levels right here, filling up that small gap that's sitting right there as well between 2300 and 2302, targeting, of course, the 2304, 2303, the level from yesterday. Okay, so pay close attention. This is definitely not the news that we have been waiting for. The biggest news of the day is going to be obviously the Fomc, but maybe also at 10 a.m. of course, the JOLTS job openings in combination with the PMI, and that should give us a little bit more clarity here. So yeah, if you expected a big move now, there's still a lot more news coming. Okay, so let that be said. In the meantime, fam, let's smash up that like button right now. 325 likes before we started here. 1,200 people watching. Thank you so much. It's important for you that if you're new, you download the ebook. It's a free ebook. Okay. Utilize this. Without this, don't trade with me. Very simple. Okay. Because all our entry models and our playbook is sitting right in this 70-page Word document. Okay. At the same time, download these free indicators. Use these free indicators. Okay. We have the Sunday open and the session breaks. Super important for us to draw our volume profile and do our volume analysis. And then, of course, we have the limitless LTA concepts, higher time frame candles. Wait for it. Multi-overlay. Okay. Right here. The daily, the weekly. Can even set it a monthly right now. Whatever you want to do here. Put it up. It's free. Get it in our Discord right now. The most important thing that you do here is to get into our Discord first and then go to the LTA indicators. Right here in the top, you click on it, you click on these links and you add it to your favorite indicators, and it should pop up very easily right here into your favorites. All right, hope that makes sense. Cannot show everything because more is coming, by the way. There's another one coming, still in progress. Okay, it's the last one. We're gonna add one more. Okay, step by step though, step by step. All right, makes sense. So yeah, you guys know it, our entry models around our key levels. Now, most importantly, the 2293 is one of these key levels right here. And then the 2304 is one of these key levels right here. The only difference is between yesterday's trade and what we're seeing right now is the fact that we have a new level, which is, in my opinion, the current weekly value area low. Why is that? Well, we now have the Monday, we have the Tuesday, and we have partially the Wednesday. So round about that level, it can still vary the moment we get there. So it's not a guaranteed level, but it's aligning with the value area high already. So you bet if you get there, you are going to face resistance. We are going to face exactly a lot of resistance around that specific level here. So if we get to that level, you know, there are two things that we can see. You know, two things that I'm looking for now is number one, bounce, reclaim. Right, new monthly candle is open. The bottom wick has created. We come down, we reclaim this level. We break out of this consolidation where the battle took place. And we're moving up towards this zone to then potentially come down. That's one scenario, okay? The other scenario is that you get here and you bounce from it. You break, you start consolidating and you come up. If you come up, then it's extremely bullish. We can look for continuation. Then the other thing is that we come up to fill up that gap here on the 1 hour. We tap into these key levels. We don't get down. And we have that double confirmation from two key levels very closely related, which is going to be extra useful because it's an extra confluence. And therefore, automatically, when we're facing that resistance, we can also target a potential setup here also around 100 pips. So it's going to be a range of 100 pips. I think this is what matters the most. If we start coming below, yeah, we really have to pay very close attention to what's going to happen around here and if this is just a setup for further continuation down. So, you know, these are kind of the scenarios. You know, guys know you should not hear, you know, you don't have to guess. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking exactly towards rejections or reactions, I could better say, from these specific key levels. And based upon these key levels, we find our entries and we fill it in and we have our entry model set up here. Okay. This is when the ebook got released, the beginning of April. All right, so yeah, of course we had 1 week of no streaming due to family coming over, but you know, so a little bit less trades than usual here. But overall, entry model 3111. This one break-even trade was actually a win. This one as well. This one yesterday. So let's continue the process and be very precise with our entry models, and we should be good, especially in the long term. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So strategy is built on handling a lot of different seasonalities. So you might have experienced this in the past where, you know, your strategy works and then it doesn't work anymore, or it works really well and then out of nowhere it's like, what's happening? It's not doing the same thing. That usually can be because of the fact that the seasons change, the volatility changes, the volume changes. We're kind of utilizing these entry models, and I tested in a bunch of different months of previous years. Pretty stable. So that's what we want to do. Okay. Let me see if you guys have some questions here in the chat while we're waiting and setting up here. Now the 4-hour candle. Let me quickly send in the 4-hour as well. See what we have. 4-hour. Okay, this is the daily and this is the weekly. Get the 4-hour in as well. Of course, the 4-hour closes in 38 minutes. Yeah, pretty forced, but not that impressed, to be honest, with this this candle right here. Not that impressed. If it was a candlestick with a much bigger wick, right, something like this, right here, then I would be like, that's interesting. Something like that, you know, nice strong bottom wick, a strong move up, a retracement, and then a continuation. Not that impressed with this 4-hour candle, but we're gonna see how we close this one. If we close above the 22.93, then I think that it's still potentially interesting for us to look for setups as well above the PoC. Well, we're gonna find out. All right. The work says big scammer with your name in Discord. Which one? Which one? Nima says, oh, thank you. Short skin, K, look at USD, please. Yeah, we'll check a couple other pairs later on. One of them is gonna be this one right here. I talked about it yesterday, and that's GJ. All right, for my GJ traders, 30-minute. Look at GJ here on this exact zone, and now look at GJ on the FXCM chart as well. And look at what's happening around here. Okay, currently still getting rejected from the opening price of the week, after, you know, building all that liquidity up here. So I don't know what's going on, but, you know, is this going to be a fake move followed by a massive expansion to the downside? I mean, there is a potential opportunity. So that's GJ, in case you guys are interested in trading that. Let's see what we have. What about the previous daily PoC? Yeah, let's draw yesterday's range. Okay, let's utilize it. Yeah, we're indeed are holding above it, or like kind of getting rejected from it, but we have to confirm that the EPW is a strong level. So yeah, let's pay close attention. It is interesting. It is interesting, but that's actually a really good point. If you start coming below it, then you start breaking below the EPW PoC here, and then you get rejected from the previous daily PoC. And then it's not really that fancy. That's why I'm saying the 4-hour is not that impressive to me. The daily looks much better, to be really honest with you guys. The daily looks much stronger than the 4-hour. But yeah, we'll find out. I was more interested personally in looking for a retracement into these levels and see from there, or potential bounce here. But it all depends on this 4-hour closure. This 4-hour closure is going to help us with our setup. So I'm gonna set this level as our main level for now, and then we will wait and be patient for entry models. Wait for confirmation. Let's see. All right. Lorenzo, can we apply the swing profile here? You could, in theory, you could do it. You could say, okay, the top to the bottom. And that's why the previous daily PoC is the exact same level. So yeah, we will be aware of the fact, but in order to short it, you don't want to short it in the tunnel. You guys know about it, right? We talked about the tunnel already many times beforehand. And that is, you know, you're getting rejected from the previous daily PoC. But, you know, right here you have the EPW PoC here from the first week of April. Strong key level yesterday. You mentioned this before. There was a move here, another reaction here, and definitely a strong reaction to the downside after it broke down here. So if you get rejected from any of these key levels and you start flipping here, then there is a chance that this below the retest of that zone is our trade setup. So that's actually what I'm more interested in if we're going to close below it. How to know whether a candle is strong on the 4-hour or daily? So just look at how the wicks are getting created. Okay. If you look here on the daily is showing a pretty strong wick on the bottom overall here. The 4-hour could be better. Okay. Yeah, at the same time, this is what you want to see. This is how you came down eventually. And this was actually the perfect entry model on the daily time frame as well. So for the people that are trading higher time frames, these entry models work on the higher time frame as well. In case you're interested in trading it this exact way. But most important thing is volume, and volume is king. So we're gonna see if the volume is actually it's gonna be here until the next what, at least the 4-hour closure. And I think that's the most important one. Okay. Please enable live CC. I wish I know how to do it. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. I tried to find it out. I tried to look it up. Couldn't see it. Yeah. So news came out good for the dollar. Yet the dollar is pushing back down here. If we come down, then the next stop is going to be here. Yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in trading other pairs, but most importantly, of course, let's stick with gold as our main thing here. Which week do we have the PoC 22-20-92? The same week as yesterday's stream, where we took our trade from. Okay, which is the first range. It's practically just the range where you're trading in right now. All right. It's that expansion, swing low, swing high. It's that retracement. It's a rejection from that range. And this is what we're seeing now. A reaction from it. Yeah, so let me highlight this tunnel for you as well here. So you have a clear understanding of what we mean with talking about specific tunnel. The previous daily PoC and the early previous week, right? This is the tunnel right here. This is where we're now currently in. And you want to avoid trading within that range right here. We want to trade from below it or clearly above it, and then look for that continuation towards this zone. So it's one of those confirmations. Let's say that you close above it, which I doubt for now, but let's say you close above it. Then, yeah, then you have a pretty safe entry towards the upside for, you know, your trade setup, because you can put your stop loss below our key level, our second key level, and you can take it up until the 2304, 2305. Not sure how big that exactly is, but it's roughly around, yeah, you know, we're talking around 100 pip move. But the question is, will we expand this much just before the news here? Or are we going to just consolidate for the next hour? We will find out. Hey Lorenzo, it's not suitable to use entry models on the current time or very high point of control and very low. The current time. What do you mean with the current time? The current day, you mean? Let me know. You could, but I have backtested it so many times, and it's not as accurate, but it all depends on the volume. The reason why it's not accurate is because it depends on the amount of volume traded during that day. So let's say you measure a range and it gives you a key level and it's outside of the London or New York session. And during New York, the volume suddenly increases, your level suddenly changes. So that's why you want to have a full day of trading to determine what the exact open, closure, and where the most volume was traded. So when you pull back into that day, when you pull back into that key level of the previous day, you're going to react from it. And this is what you're seeing right now happening at the previous daily PoC. You see that reaction from it because it showed us that the most volume was traded around this zone within this whole day, which was yesterday. That's the reason why. So that's why I'm not a big fan of current day unless you utilize zones and sessions of which a lot of volume was traded. What is that indicator called that shows different time frame overlay? It's the limitless LTA Concepts higher time frame candles multi overlay, but you're not going to find it because it's private. So you need to get into our Discord to get it right there. Still free though. Still free. Man, FRVP, man. And then NFP. Who is familiar with trading news here? Let me know in the chat if you are familiar. If you are, press a 1 in the chat. Especially, news weeks like these. Can be very confusing for a lot of guys here, which is normal. Yo, Lorenzo, any advice for struggling trader? Feel like I've tried everything over the past couple of years and just can't get consistency. Yeah, then you have to answer a couple questions. Number 1, what is your strategy? Number 2, write these questions down for yourself. Wow, look at that. What is your strategy? Number 1. Number 2, how many trades have you taken utilizing that exact strategy? Number 3, have you tracked the exact amount of trades you've taken and written it down in your journal while being fully honest with yourself? Number 4, what is your risk management like? Number 5, what is the session that you trade? Or do you trade outside of important sessions? If so, be very careful, especially at the beginning. And number 6, how do you organize your overall mindset here? What's the reason why you feel that you're not profitable? And write things down for yourself, and you'll probably give yourself your own answer if you have to change something or not. That's it. Because it's actually not, it's no magic. And when people say, man, hey, listen, I'm not profitable or I cannot be profitable, then I'm just asking them these 5 questions. And they probably will 9 out of 10 times give themselves the answer why and what the reason is. And they're like, okay, yes. What I really struggled with a lot, and it really killed me, was trading outside of sessions. Because I wanted to trade. And I didn't really care. And especially when I started out, I thought, no, who cares? Who cares if you trade outside of these sessions? The OGs know how much higher your probability is if you wait for your sessions to open up here and to execute from. Because if you take one trade, you know, mid-Asia, somewhere in the middle between Asia and London, and the other one is late at night, and then there's like one or two during New York, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, then, you know, you're gonna get some results, but then just test yourself in 1 or 2 sessions, but preferably just one session for a while, and see what the difference is. Just test it for yourself. That's all I can say. Test it. Give yourself a window. Okay, show again how to get this 2292 and the 2295 from which dates. So the previous daily PoC is the yesterday's range, right? It's just yesterday. The daily open to the daily closure. The 2292 is the early previous week. That has to do with the higher time frame. So for example, this is 1 full week of trading. This is where we opened that trading week. This is where we closed that trading week. This is now the higher time frame. And this is the pullback into one of our ranges of an early week, of a previous week. That's why we have been reacting from it so much. That's why we knew yesterday that the 2303 was that key level, right? Before it got to that exact key level. Because of the fact that we came into that range, the value area high, significant amount more volume, more interest. Therefore, automatically you could say by default that it was setting up here. So, you know, yesterday you saw that we got to our, let me see here, yeah. So here we got to our key level. It held, it gave us that double wick confirmation, right? It tapped into our key level twice. It closed above it twice on the 15 minute. It started to close above it. Again. And then we were waiting for that candle to close here. We wanted to see that candle closure. And at some point we were closing the candle again. Now the third candle is our entry candle and that was our flip. It came down to that exact range that we talked about, which was actually right here at 2303 ish at the time, and that's where eventually we started to push up aggressively, right? But that's where that break occurred. So similar to now, we reclaim above a certain level. We have 20 minutes for the 4-hour candle closure. Yeah, you want to just see how we respond around these ranges here. So far it's looking quite solid, but the 4-hour closure is such an important candle, because what can happen is that you pull back aggressively during that 4-hour candle closure, and then you start still closing below it, and the next candle comes up with a top wick and it flips bearish. So that 4-hour is an important one. But if you do close above it and we create a bottom wick here and we flip bullish, yeah, then of course a retracement into that into the 2304 again and the 2306 now it's gonna be really nice. So you can put your stop loss then below the lows, and that will be a nice confirmation here, especially on the 50-minute again. All right, that's why we're looking at the 50-minute to see what's happening from it. But the 4-hour closure is key. So if we already push up, then we just have to be patient and wait for the top to be hit here. Hey brother, I have a question. What is your suggested initial investment amount that possible to have $100 profit per day? The last thing that I like to do is to think about, I'm gonna make 1% a day, or I'm gonna make $50 a day. Because with that mindset, I'm just always wrecking. I was always wrecking myself. I've tried this for a while. And I was just always wrecking myself. I don't want to make $1,000. I would just make $500 a day. Okay. And then I didn't have it for 2 days. And then I was like, shit, now the third day, I really need it. I really need to make $500. And I start forcing shit. So, and when it comes, it comes. And, you know, your question immediately suggests that you do not have a clear strategy and a clear entry model that aligns with your strategy. Because then you should know that you're not going to get a trade every single day. It's very, very rare to get a trade every single day of the month during a particular session. Unless you're scalping maybe on the 1 minute. Different story, but let's see. Yeah, scalping on a 50 minute. Yeah. So I do like, gotta be honest with you, I do like, I'm testing out right now something on the lower time frame with the VAR profile and the VAR analysis in general. And it is really nice. It is actually really nice so far. But, you know, I can be just luck. It can be luck. So I'm still testing it. But it looks promising. It looks promising. Yeah. But the best thing is just let the market give us a certain opportunity here. And, you know, that's why I think on the streams over the year, like a year and a half right now, right? Well, I've been, like we started streaming in August 22. So a year and a half, a little bit more than a year and a half. At the beginning, when, you know, the viewers started to increase and everything, even me, I got hit from like a psychological standpoint at the beginning. I got hit as well. And I'm telling you exactly why that was. The main reason is because I wanted to get trades for you guys. I felt it was almost my obligation to get trades for you guys and to do my absolute best to find new setups. And that was especially all the way at the beginning where I started forcing it because I was, you know, excited about it. And yeah, it was great. I mean, we managed to survive here, but the results are just much better over time because of the fact that there is now just so much clarity in terms of our entry models, our executions. There is no more guesswork here and there. Maybe, you know, we're going to do this, or we're going to force this. No. We now know exactly what we're looking for. So yeah, year and a half, roughly year and a half. So yeah, a lot has changed over the last 6 months here. And I was like, man, I need a break. You know, 350 streams, 300 streams. I was like, you know what? Let me try something else for a second here. Took a break of 2 months. And I was like, man, no, I just miss it. I just cannot trade without it anymore, like properly. I just wanna stream. And you know, that was all in preparation for LTA Concepts. It was incredible stuff. So yeah, what a journey it was in the last year and a half, a little bit more. It's been a wild ride so far, right? Lorenzo, you're gonna reach the 100K this year? I think so. Because then you're legit, right? Then you're legit. 4-hour closure important. You see how it started to get pushed down? Like it pushed up super hard and it came down. So this is very choppy right now, so be careful here. You see it right now, right? Look at this 5-minute time frame. Look at what we're doing actually here. This is actually not what you want to see, really, to be honest. Like, this is just building, and we have news in like an hour. So I'm just saying, a trade below it, whoo, that would be such a sick short. That would be such a nice short. Yeah, but just let's pay attention to that 4-hour closure. That's top priority right now. How does an interest rate decision affect the gold price? So it depends right now. So there are two scenarios. Inflation came out higher than expected the previous month, which was kind of a surprise. We have now something that we call stagflation. And because of that, they're thinking about potentially now increasing it, but they're not certain when they want to do it. And they were saying potentially at the end of the year, or 2 rate hikes still this year. There was no clarity though on which month they're going to do it. So when you go to the Fed rate monitor, so you have that Fed rate monitor. Let me show you right now. The Fed rate monitor tool, all right, it's still roughly a 96.5% chance that we will not see any increase. So based upon that, if nothing changes, we could see another, retracement, the continuation to the upside here. If it does suddenly, if they do decide to increase it, yeah, then it's a different story, because that's not going to be good for the market. It's not going to be good for Bitcoin. It's not going to be good for the stock market. It's not going to be good at all. But the main thing is not particularly, in my opinion, what the decision is going to be. It's about his sentiment. Okay? Yeah, they were talking about decreasing, right? But no, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with that, to be honest. Because the inflation is just going to come up. And it's stagflating already now, and it's already increasing. It's just like, it's not looking good. And if they're going to increase it, then, man, it's a big surprise for everyone. And therefore, we're going to see heavy rejection. Potentially. So I don't really care specifically about the outcome. I care about his projections. And that's going to be in the press conference. That's why I may have the sun go away. Yeah, what was it again? Who told me yesterday? Sell in May and go away? And the thing is, you want to sell as high as possible. So, you know. What's the plan? The plan is to wait for the 4-hour closure to see where we close and to see if we then come down to one of our key levels, right? And retest our key levels to look for further continuation to the upside or to come up towards the early previous weekly value area high. And do you know what the crazy thing is? If news comes out and we are roughly trading here, I'm gonna put my glasses on and I might set a sell limit order before the news. And we're talking about the 10 a.m. news here, the JOLTS job openings and the ISM manufacturing. That means a sell limit between roughly this range, stop loss above it, aiming for continuation down. So we'll see what price will be and if we can take a news trade then. But that's going to be only when we are trading roughly there or when we're around here in that gap and we're coming up one more time. Sell limit activated, taking it down. So that would be a trade sell limit before the news. Okay. Just to clarify, we haven't lost any news trade yet this year. Yeah, we're going to find out soon when we... where we are, where we're gonna be. But for now, if the 4-hour closes and we pull back and it gives us on the 50 minutes some opportunities, then yeah, you know what we're looking for as well. Yes, nice. Yeah, so if I take a trade, then keep in mind, I have been missing trades, yeah, with 1 or 2 pip executions. We have seen it before. I'm just saying. You know what would be crazy if you set a limit order and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna set it 2 pips below my limit order. And it comes down again 1 or 2 pips below. That would be a true fuck you moment right there. I mean, I would not be surprised. I'm not surprised about anything in trading. 100%. Hey Lorenzo, in the Discord we're talking about 70 versus 72 settings for the FRVP. Can you tell me which one is better? And why, as I got a trade from 72, but others are using 70. It's up to you. It depends on the range. I tend to use 70 as our foundation. I get the best confirmation from it. I have been using 72 as well before. Yeah, it only matters from the value area low standpoint. So yeah, for me personally, not really a big deal, to be honest, because the confirmations for me are still there. All right, so 5 minutes before the 4-hour close, we start to really drive price further. Definitely no entry model for us there. So yeah, let's see how we close here. Kevin says, hey G, I'm in the middle of reading the LTA E-Book. Do you mind redoing all your setups on the chart so that I can see how you do it? Yeah, follow the live streams. If you follow the lives consistently, bro, you will automatically start seeing all these things exactly. So it's a process, okay? I think if you get the ebook right now and you start drawing some of your ranges, you know, for example, now today we have the previous daily range. It's one potential scenario here. I think if you start joining and coming along a couple times, then you will see, you know, the previous week, the previous day, the current week, and so on and so on. The swings. And at some point, you're gonna get the hang of it. It might be very confusing in the beginning, but it's a learning curve. Of course, you have to learn it, right? It's not just, I'm gonna read the ebook and I get directly everything. No, it's like, okay, I know now what the parameters are. Therefore, now I need to start drawing. Now I need to see how we respond at certain levels. You sell and buy. Yes, indeed. I sell and I buy. Yeah, sometimes I buy more than I sell. And sometimes I sell more than I buy. For example, April was 90% buy. March, I don't know why, 90% sell. All right. February was more buys than sells. So it depends. But you should think about it this way. The reason why volume is king is because you should kind of utilize the Roman Empire, right? We have our sword for a reason on our chart here. We just talked about that specifically. We look at key levels in the market, at consolidation in the market, and volume. What is volume? Volume is executed orders, executed, okay? Not maybe, subjective, potential, limit, placed. No, executed orders, accepted orders in the market, okay? Bid versus ask, buy versus sell, aggressive buy versus passive sell versus aggressive buyers, you name it, whatever. It's a battle. It's a war, okay? See it like this. You have in the Roman Empire, you had the Romans versus the Spartans. You had these two troops and they're meeting each other on a huge fucking field. And they're coming closer and closer and closer and closer to each other. And they start battling it out, right? They start fighting in all these fucking movies. Beautiful. Now, at some point, the Romans are taking the lead, start pushing price back down. New Spartans align, pushing price further down. At some point when you begin, you consolidate. I combine this as a consolidation period. And at some point, one of these troops obviously are going to lose and they're pushing forward. And that's how you take over land. And that's how I see it. Either buyers or sellers are winning. Now, what we're doing here with volume is we understand the central points of where the hardest battles took place before. And we utilize that as our key levels. These key levels are going to be confirmed with our entry models. These are backtest entry models, backtested 1,000 times. And now, of course, live as well. And we're trying to now utilize the battle on the trading floor. And that's what volume is, all right? And it's not a maybe, it's all based upon facts. Because there is no denying that there are executed orders at a certain level. The battlefield philosophy. And trading is war. Respectfully. 10 seconds for the 4 hour. And we're going to close above it here. So any retest into the 2295, 2296, which is the previous daily PoC here, can be an area of support, especially if the 4 hour decides to do its thing there. Yeah, throughout the beginning of my trading career, I was always trying to find my own levels. Because I saw a reaction or was like, okay, you know what? And then I started to test it out. I started to use horizontal support and resistance based upon my interpretations in the market. So based upon what I think a horizontal level was, that was important. And then I tested it out later to see if the VaH profile would confirm that same level. And I was shocked how wrong I was. I was absolutely flabbergasted how wrong I was with picking these type of levels. Crazy. So after that, I was like, there is no way I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna put in the guesswork. I'm just gonna let the VaH profiles let me decide to do it. The only difference here is what I wanted to figure out and why I was missing the right, I was doing it wrong at the beginning, is utilizing the right zones. And that's why I created the ebook and give you all these terminologies, right? The previous week, previous day, current week, early previous week, you know, swing, LTF swing. You know, all these different terminologies come from time and price. Time, volume, price. And the combination of that is golden. In my opinion, that was for me almost embarrassing when utilizing horizontal support and resistance and then changing it up to these type of levels. So yeah, if we're pushing up, continuing up, then we're gonna take a news trade. We're gonna take a news trade. If you don't come down towards our tunnel. Yeah, I just wanted to know from where can I learn all this kind of technical stuff and any type of course of videos anyone would recommend me to learn how to trade. I would start out with the foundation, which is market structure. And, you know, of course you're going to get, you know, told that SMC is the best trading strategy. This is up to you to decide. You should test this for yourself. But start out for sure with market structure, with the foundation. And then from there on, you know, test it for yourself to see, give yourself the understanding of the basics, and then head into a series strategy, a specific strategy that you can work with. And I think it doesn't really matter as long as you just focus on that strategy and don't fumble around, you know, every 5 trades. Because number one, you're wasting your time. Number two, you cannot test anything. You don't have any data to back it up with. And number three, if you take a beautiful strategy and you test it out for 5 trades and it doesn't work in the 5 trades, then is it then you or is it then the strategy? You should ask yourself a question. In regards to free content, no, LTA Concepts is going to get also, of course, released on YouTube. It's going to be good. The tunnel on my chart is between 2296 and 2293. New 4-hour candle is opened here. You can see it. We're setting up for that new 4-hour. Right here. So that's why it's so nice, because this level is the exact same level. You don't have to hop charts anymore. Okay, you can now just simply utilize this indicator. Look at the 4-hour. All right, boom. And now you have the 4-hour next to your chart here with the same key levels. from your 30-minute zone. And you directly see how price responds into it. So when it gets towards this zone, and let's pay attention because it's our proper key level here. If we start holding here and we start closing a candle above it, hopefully we see an entry model and we can take it towards the 2304, and then hopefully we can go short from there. That would be nice. Let's see. But yeah, it's news. It's a very, very busy news day. If this is all new to you, then this is a different day. Today is a different day. All right. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in news events right now coming. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the next 50 minutes. And then the Fomc, which is the biggest of all, in around 5 hours. But if I know one thing is that we might be building this up here. Because look how forced. This looks so forced to me. This trend, super clean, super respected. And massive news coming. So that's what I'm saying. If we push up, then I just want to take my limit order right there. Put my stop loss above it. And just go for the lows. And take out the lows here. But it can only happen around news. So until then, we might be just building and building here. So yeah. I said yesterday we might have to stick around on the lower time frame. So what you want to see is you want to see a candle closure like this. A next candle coming down like this. And the next candle flipping it. So that's gonna be a closure, 15-minute. Yeah, that could be the 30-minute closure. So it's gonna be before the news, if that's the case here. Don't you think the news is gonna pump it? Listen, everything is possible. Okay, I am pretty aware of the key levels here, and the FOMC is still coming. So I'm just gonna be very, very patient around here. Actually, what I want to see now is I want to see price pushing up. Because what happens now if you build that liquidity here? And you start taking it out right now. And the news comes out. Then I'm like, okay, but they have now taken out the liquidity already. They've already built this up already throughout London. Right? Asia was bearish. London was the reversal. We're building it up. And then we're already coming down here. So I actually want to see price pushing up. The bigger the chance of a retracement. So yeah, I'm much more in the hope that we push up here, so we can actually execute a limit order before news. And then what you see a lot is that you shoot up, and that you then flip instantly, and these buy stops get activated, just to squeeze out the final buyers, and then boom, reversal. Oh man, look at GJ, fam. Look at GJ. Look at the opening price here. Yeah, so for sure, if this happens, I will always short it. I will take short in DJ. I know you guys don't really trade Forex, but if we see something like this, all right, so we have our key level here, which is of course the opening price of the week. We have this range, this area of consolidation. And you come up and you flip bearish. Which entry model are we talking about? Because that's super clean. AMD, yeah. But it's for us entry model 3. Around the opening price, taking out all the lows here, consolidate expansion and the manipulation, and then the reversal. The entry is here, below the last low, or whatever the low is gonna be. It could be then that this is the last low. Something like that. This also counts for key levels, the PoC, the value area high, the value area low. So yeah, that's why GJ is looking really nice actually. If you start seeing this this confirmation here, something like that, then yeah man, shorting, stop loss above the highs, and targeting of course the lows here. You know, coming down towards these massive wicks that you see there, and come for these for that push up. So yeah, without a push up and then down, I don't think it's worth it. But a push up and then down, taken out here and then still coming down, definitely looking very good. Japanese yen is going to be third country currency. Well, man, it's actually crazy, yeah. I wanted to ski this year in Japan. It was always my idea. I missed the snow a little bit, so I was like, you know what, that would be a nice goal at the end of the year or something. Going to Japan, but I wonder what the currency is worth at the end of this year, if they don't do any intervention or something like that, because it's getting out of hand. It's not looking good. How can you show the template? Yeah, man. You use a horizontal ray right here. Not horizontal line. You don't want to get this. You want to get this and move it around. Type in PoC, whatever. You click on template and you click on save as in the top. Do you know why my Sunday opening price is different to yours on GJ? It's because you use, I was using the FXCM chart here. With Owanda, it's a little bit higher, but that's what I'm saying. You want to come up You want to manipulate and you want to come down. You immediately synchronize both charts. And then Owanda can tap into the SO as well and get rejected there and then come down. So yeah, I'm going to set an alert, by the way. It's a very good point. In case we manage to come up. There we go. I mean, the yen, yeah. I mean, the economy is doing well, though. So that's the only thing that they have been doing. They have been purposely devaluating their own currency to improve consumer spending. So in Japan, you know, the people have it pretty well. When talking about import, that's when things get very tricky. Why do you use the previous daily profile, not the swing? Because we're reacting from it. Okay. All right. Is this a 5-minute entry? Closing above it. That depends on the next wick. The next bottom wick. The only way I would take it is if we create this. So the next candle comes down. And it manipulates the lows and it flips bullish. It flips the candle. It's the only thing I would like to do here. If you don't do this. Holy shit. Yeah, previous daily PoC, huh? Uh-huh. Aren't all entry models not worth it until after news? Yeah, so yes and no. So in this case, I would say personally that I would be not surprised that they're going to keep push price up until the news. And I would be actually very happy with it. Because if we start to push aggressively, the more excited I'm going to be about a short during news. So give me as a big of an expansion as possible right now, before, so I can set a nice limit order around the 2305. Sell limit order. 2305, 2306. I need to see exactly where that level is going to be. Let's see. Yeah, 2305. 2305. 2305. Yeah, love it. I love how they're very close with each other here. So a move up is a good thing. So why wasn't this an entry here? Well, number one, this candle didn't tap into it. Okay, this candle did, then it would have been the next 5-minute candle. But we just did it just right at that candle here. We had literally 1 minute left for that candle closure. We were still trading here. Then the next candle would have been the trade. But yeah, it's a pretty prime example of entry model number one if you see that that closure. I would not go lower than the 5. I'm very, you know, 5, 15, 31. 5, 15, 31 hour. What is a sell limit order? A sell limit order is that you put an order, kind of a reverse trade, right? So if you say sell limit, that means that you say, I want to go short from here, while price is not there yet. You want to see price pushing up and then reversing. So you're aiming for a reversal play. Serious volume, man, before the news here. Why would you go for the 5 minute, but the 3 minute is a no-go for you? For me personally, it depends on, it's all subjective. So it depends on how we close, also on the 5, how the 5 minute and the 50 minute are developing as well. I want to see some sort of I want to see an alignment. That would be the ideal here. And it depends on what closure it is. Please check GU, it's creating entry model number 1. All right, we do it quickly here. I'm with, yeah, well, you see it right away, right? Yeah. Looking solid. 1, 2, next one. Looking pretty good. Especially if you come up and you create that wick fill, or you fill out that gap here and the wick comes down. Pretty nice. It's a big wick, it's a big candle. But at the same time, the potential is there, right? The lows are potential scenarios here. And the dollar was overall quite solid, and we might see that that bounce from this particular zone. So, you know, consolidate here, you expand, retest, and then look for continuation. Gold is not affected by it whatsoever. All right, got you. So 3 minute entry will be possible combined to the 15, 30 minute. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, gold is going up, and I said that I want to see that. I want to see that. Indeed, we saw the previous daily PoC, we saw that retracement and that continuation. But I'm actually very, very happy to see this move right now. Because the open of the New York Stock Exchange is in like 5 minutes, and then in 30 minutes we have that big news, or like big news, 4 events. And yeah, if you hover around here, I'm gonna set my sell limit there. It's pretty heavy manipulation now before the news, in my opinion. Would it be crazy for gold to reclaim all the ground lost yesterday? Hey, listen, gold is gold. It does whatever it wants to do. You guys know how gold is playing around. It always does what you don't expect. So in this case, we're also going to play the game in a way where you kind of don't expect it, especially around news. Most important thing is we mitigated into that gap right now. All right, that's right here. And our key levels are sitting right above there. Let's... 1 minute left, yeah. Can I explain the EPW? It's a weekly range, it's a weekly zone, a full trading week of a week before your previous week. Can I join yearly membership? We are currently, we're closed. We're closed. We have no particular date yet for our reopening right now. So my suggestion is just stick with the live streams. 4 live streams per week from next week, and the ebook. And I think we're, you know, it will lead us through a whole process as well. Oh, we're currently closed here. What a move, man. Open is right now. Right now. Man, imagine us coming already breaking above it before the news. That will be... yeah, that will be crazy. That will be wild. I'm actually super impressed. Super impressed with the volume. Pre-Fomc volume. Okay, let's see what we have. We're gonna set it like nicely here. Let's make a couple more. Yeah, new month, fam. A new month. More streams, more trades. Okay, more streams this month. More trades this month. Awesome, man. Gonna be good. All right, this is all great. I'm just so curious to see where we are gonna be 10 minutes before the news. Because I expect the price to push up, but in this manner, that's really, really aggressive here. I would absolutely not be surprised if you flip here. I would not be surprised. Quick look at the sessions as well, real quick. Yeah. Major levels here. This is where we took our trade from yesterday. The same level, but from the other side. LTA Concepts entry level 3. Where? Which one? Yeah, I think we're now in the current weekly very low. I think we're in it. All right. There are two variants of it. One of the previous days, which is slightly higher, and one. Let me show you real quick. So we have two key levels here. This is yesterday's one. Okay, that comes later. Let's talk about this one. Yeah, we're currently in it. We're currently in it. All right, we're currently in the current weekly value area low. If we're hovering around this level before the news, I'm selling. I'm selling. I might maybe place a limit at the 23,040, the early previous week very high for that squeeze, and then a reversal. So we're tapping into it right now. You can see it right here. We literally utilize the opening price of the opening price till the current price, right? This from a Monday open to the current price right now at the moment. And there we go. Just check out what you're seeing here. This is what you're seeing here. So the previous daily PoC, yes. Current weekly very, very low so far, yes. News in 25 minutes, yes. Yeah, that price, I'm gonna let price develop another like 15 minutes here. 10 minutes before the news, I know if I'm gonna take if I'm gonna take it. Okay, please draw this EPW very high. Yeah, okay. So this is the 30 minute. And let's go back. It's this whole week, right? It's one full trading week. You can see it from the opening price and the closing price. This is the 28th of March till the 7th of April. On the higher time frame, what we actually are doing is this. We have been coming up aggressively right here. This is like 2 weeks into April. Then we started to consolidate for a while, and now we started to come down back towards this range. With, let's say, this full trading week. Okay, so it looks like this right here. We started trading into it, we tapped into the PoC and a very high, and now I'm thinking we're about, you know, something like pushing us up and then coming down. This is what we're currently seeing, a reaction from it followed by continuation, but we're still in that gap. So on the chart it looks like a full trading week. This full trading week, we're literally testing this range right now. And we had tapped into the PoC multiple times here. All right, we tapped into it here. This was a beautiful low. We tapped into it yesterday when we took our trade. And we tapped into it multiple times around the early previous PoC as well here. So we cannot neglect this level. Impossible. Impossible. Last thing we're going to do, we have what, 10 minutes? Okay. Ten-year yield. Yeah, back in that range, yeah. It's guesswork, for sure, but it has added a certain level of support here. Let's see if he holds here. The gap has been filled as well. Number one. Number two, the third candle is actually the entry model, but it's news related here, so it's gonna be aggressive, most likely like an aggressive candle. But it is the entry model. Yeah, we have news in 5 minutes as well, right? I do understand this, yeah. I'll mainly have look at the Jolt job openings and the PMI here. So we took our trade yesterday from here. We took this range. We came down from our entry around what, 79 pips from our entry to the top. Not average pip value, but the total amount of pips from our entry. This has never been retested yet. We know there is value there. We know there's interest there. Now we have the value area low now sitting and utilizing as some sort of level. So the new trade idea is then the following one. Something like an entry there, a sell limit around there. The stop loss above, and I need to look on a lower time frame. Yeah, it is a news trade, so testing it to the previous day, the PoC. We bounced from it already. Most likely early previous weekly PoC. Maybe with a lot of luck, lower. Based on the way we have been overall coming up here. And the way we're looking extremely bullish for now. But that means that right now we don't want to come up anymore. We really do not want to come up. I just want to see price staying below it. Giving the next candle the opportunity to fake out and to reverse. So if we come above it, it's going to get very complicated because that gap between that fake out and that actual entry and our entry is going to be very small. Yeah. Yeah. There, it's 2304. A bit lower. $22.92, stop loss 23.10. If you're not used to news trades, then I get it. Main level is the 2305, which is our absolute key zone here. Good luck. News, let me get my glasses. Just to clarify, this is not the news we're talking about. We're talking about the 10 a.m. news here. 10 a.m. news here. I really like the rejection at the current weekly very low right now. I like it a lot. $10 a.m. news here. Fake out, squeeze up, buy stops, reversal. So news trade, yeah? It's official. Make sure we don't lose it. We haven't lost a single news trade this year, so let's knock it off here. Current weekly very low is holding. Is actually holding. Don't want to see it coming down too far. Can you put on a short position indicator? What do you mean, bro? Short position indicator? A short position indicator. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about an indicator for... sorry, I don't know. Oh, you see you mean the connection between my trading view and my MetaTrader, or what do you mean? No. No. Good. Stay around this level. Don't go too far away from it. Don't deviate from it too far. Just stay around this level right now. Preferably come up a little bit. Short position in trading view. Yeah, this is this one. Yeah. First news trade. After this, the news is gone. We have the FOMC, but it gives us a really nice window of opportunity between the news and the FOMC. If the volume is still good, it's still there. Entry models are still potentially scenarios here. So we can then trade normal. All right, this is what we call a news trade, which is built up around, it's a strategy. It's not random, it's a strategy. It's built up only around limit orders. We don't use buy stops or sell stops. I do not enter market. It's only built up around limit orders and aiming for reversal plays. So that's the only difference here. That's the reason why we have been winning, because we have been taking much more news trades, but in some of them we never got tapped into. So the ones that we did, we won. Some of them we never got tapped into it, and some of them went the other way and we closed our position before it eventually got there as well. So yeah. What if it just drops? We close up our entry right away. If it drops, I close my entry. Link to your journal is in the description, yeah. If you want to have it for yourself. Yeah, it's already reacting from the value area low. The current weekly value area low. You want to see a wick. You want to see a bigger wick getting created in the next candle. Preferably. How do you differentiate between the high and low impact news? Just understanding the news and understanding the previous expansions around these times. But you can eventually never truly know how price responds. I expected, before the GDP to have a major impact. Didn't do anything. Flat out nothing. So it really depends. But I just have my, couple of potential scenarios where I'm looking at, 5 minutes. I hope it's not going to be disappointing. Nothing happening. I'd rather get stopped out than nothing. Boring. After that, back to our official ebook entry models as well here. How much are we risking? Only 1.5% here. We take 2.5%, but it's news. So a little bit more conservative. Why is it important to keep a journal? It's like everything that you need. You need a journal in order for you to understand what you're doing. Because I forgot what I ate 3 days ago. Yeah, literally. So, yeah, you just need to make sure that you write your shit down if you want to become better. Four minutes. So do you still being happy even though your crypto bag is dumping right now? I need tips. As long as the cash flow comes in on a consistent basis, there's nothing to worry about. It's actually a blessing. Because you have a long-term vision. Long-term vision means more accumulation, means more opportunity to buy more over a certain period of time. And I rather buy low than high. So if it's not the time yet, it's not the time yet. But at some point, we're gonna go. We are gonna go. I want to see this. This is good. I want to see price pushing up before news here. Two minutes. Can I start from $1,000? Is it a good amount? You can start from a demo account. You can, if you want, you can start from a demo account. You don't have to worry about anything yet besides getting familiar with the markets. I was also thinking about money a lot, starting a lot, making money. Ah, cool, I'm a trader now. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make $100 a day. Should have done that. Should have stuck with my, with as minimum as money as possible. I don't know, what's the minimum you can trade with on MetaTrader? In terms of 0.01 lot, let's say. What's like the minimum amount? Calculate that and use that if you want to trade with money. My man MHMD, 99 cents. You don't have to donate, by the way. You guys do not have to donate. I appreciate it. We use it for giveaways, but you do not have to donate. Thank you, man. Just smash that like button. And we're good. We're chilling. $30 seconds, 40 seconds. Don't disappoint us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Let's go. Flip. No bottom wick. No bottom wick. Current weekly, earlier previous weekly very high. Don't go too aggressive. Start flipping. Start flipping. Start flipping. Start flipping. Yes. Start flipping. Early previous weekly very high. Come on. Flip, 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 flip. Push. Come on. Last chance. Last 1 minute candle. Last chance. Value area high once again. Stop loss and break even on the flip. Let it go. Come on. Come on. No break even here. Now you want to see that continuation. 1 minute, 1 minute, closure, flip twice. Now you want to see the continuation. Come on, sellers, come on. No, 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 no. Come on. One, two beautiful candles here. This one had to be the flip. Come on. Stop loss and break even already, but you do not want to get there. It's now time to go. Gold. 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 We tried. We tried. We tried. Stop loss and break even here. I get a drink. Okay. We call this the 1 minute rule. You tap into your limit order. You have 2 1-minute candle closures. The third one, if it's below your entry and there is flipping potential, you want to see that flip. Otherwise, you're going to look for manual entries after that. Right? It's pure risk management, pure trade management around heavy news here, utilizing news trades right there, okay? You see how strong it's holding? We gave it more than enough time to let it do its thing, to go break even, and to manage our trade here. So, we tried, fam. We tried. We tried. We put on a tune for you. We set our limit order beforehand. We managed our trade. We had enough momentum. We had enough opportunity and chances for us to potentially come down and flip here. And take our trade through. That's how we rock and roll. So not every news trade is gonna win here, but again, shout out to my risk management right here. Okay. Good job, risk management wise. All right. Well done. Now we're just gonna sit on our hands, wait for the next things to develop here. Entry models coming along, and then we know what to do. Holy shit, so funny. Okay. Just to clarify, this was not built on air. We knew this level would have been a solid level to take a trade from, a serious level where we took a trade from yesterday, the exact same level, but from below in this case. Literally one. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, break even. We gave it more than enough time. More than enough time here. But you saw it. You saw how it went, right? This would have been the jackpot. I was like, yes, we have it. We got the jackpot right here. A massive wick. A candle flip. The next one. Candle flip. Tapping into that same key level and flipping and closing below it. I was like, from there on, stop loss on break even. No need to keep your stop loss up there. And now you want to see that continuation play. Now you want to break down. Did not happen here. Okay. So yeah, that's how you trade news. You have to manage your risk very, very precisely. You cannot just be random with it. You need to have in your head a very set, clear set of rules in combination with a clear entry. Okay. So yeah, W for risk management right here. All right. We were still, while we're putting our stop loss on break even, we were still below it for a while. And we gave it plenty of opportunity to do its thing here. Nothing was rushed. If you become too greedy and you know that news is very volatile, then obviously just don't trade news. Don't trade news at all. Okay? Make sure you don't do it. You're not just going to let it sit and ride here. You need to be very quick, very precise with your entries, with your stop losses, with moving your stop loss and all that stuff here. When it comes down to regular trading, normal entry model setups, different story. Okay, let's get back to work. Normal price action now. Let it develop a little bit. There we go. Ajub says, I took 15.4 pips profit from this trade. I went out. Yeah, we could have taken it. We could have said, okay, we're going to go and we're going to get our 15, 20. We're going to get our 15 pips and we're going to get out. But that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that candle flip. I wanted to see more continuation. Me taking profits there would have, yeah, it would have not been worth it for me. Does break even means lose? No, break even means break even. That means zero. Not a win, not a loss. All right, that was fun. Now time to get back to work here. I was like, man, that first reaction from it, I was like, yes. I was like, that's exactly what I wanted. We came up. We had this consolidation here. We came up. We got triggered into our sell limit. I was like, you know what? This could be that manipulation down, continuation here. Boom. I was like, boom. Perfect. I was like, this is exactly it. All the buy stops activated. So all the people that place buy orders right here, buy stops just to go continue up. It's like jackpot. These are trapped. Then I was like, okay, but you cannot put your stop loss on break even yet. The next candle, boom. I was like, man, this is the jackpot right here. I was like, this is gonna now taps right into our early previous weekly value area high key level. I was like, boom, okay, that closure was key. The next candle did it again, okay? And then I was like, okay, now stop loss should be already on break even here. If you want to flip, you already had to flip. That's it. 1, 2, all the liquidity is taken. There's no need to stick around here. And then it started to go, right? Yeah. Then it started to go. That's why we place limit orders and not buy stops or sell stops in that case. It gives us enough time to manage our position. So what's next? My suggestion is to sit this one out for now. Wait for that closure. It's one big massive hourly candle now. So the next 15-30 minute candle, the 50-minute closure, the 30-minute closure, and I think from there on we know, you know, what the next stance is. Okay. The rest I'm holding a buy from 2083. From which level is that? Yeah, next up is just the closures. And our key levels here. So yeah, let's utilize this next zone. For example, previous day, the value area high is sitting at 12, right? Sitting here. I think this is now the most important level to look at. Okay, previous daily value area high. This was the previous daily PoC. You saw how he reacted from it. Very, very nice. You started to break down, come up, and move up from here. I think right now we have liquidated both ends on the sides of the 2304, which is the previous the early previous week very high. So now I'm simply just looking at both sides here. Of course, in combination with our initial key level, which was at this zone. There we go. Right here. What do you think of a potential sell at the 2320? That's pretty far away from now. There are a couple levels in between. Yeah. But I actually like it because it's the most important level of the week. The 2320, 2321. Everyone was like, W, W, W. Everyone was feeling it. But you cannot control it. The only thing that we can do is manage it. And make sure that we're safe. And we did. But, yeah. It's never over until it's over. That's the lesson of today here. The inboxer says, a lion boxer, sorry, absolute win for the trade management. Didn't go out the way. Still managed to exit without a loss. But even a tiny profit, that is a W. Yeah, if you're new, I never recommend to trade news. And definitely not to just let it sit there. And just see how it goes. You need to manage it. You need to manage it. It's a little bit different from a normal session open, normal market, a New York Stock Exchange open. You know, the regular markets. Will you stream the Fomc statement? So unfortunately, I do believe if there is still enough volume, I do believe we still have a potential scenario of a new trader. But unfortunately, I have to spar tomorrow again. Pretty. I need to be fit. I need to feel good. I need to be fit. So I was more than surprised with the volume today, though. Currently. And I still think that if there is a chance that we might still continue the process. And if we still close below it, nothing is here, nothing is done, by the way. If we start closing below our early previous weekly value area high on this 30-minute candle, then nothing is set in stone yet. That means that you have candle number 1 potentially coming into play here. So it's worth it. It's worth to stick around. Yeah. Hey man, this is still something. if we close below it, it's not over. It's not over. 9 minutes for that closure. Lorenzo, you were the most viewed streamer during news. Yeah, that's because people know I trade the news. That's probably the reason why. They know I trade the news sometimes, or a lot. So it's probably that. So yeah, listen, if we start seeing this and we close this 30-minute candle below it, then that counts as phase number 1 of our entry model. Still. And I do agree with you. Somebody said it in the chat here. Let's have a look at the 4 hour in this case. There we go. Yeah, the previous daily value area high is the sweet spot. Now, that would be the sweet spot. But a closure below the early previous weekly area high would be just as just as good. So far though, the 50-minute is still, it has no top wick here, so. Ronnie Dewey says it doesn't matter we win or lose, but I like the way you describe it. I like the way you explain the things. Like is your motivation. Thank you, G. Lorenzo, why are you not wearing your ring? So you're sharp? Holy shit, you are sharp. That's a G move right there. Yeah, I broke it. I broke it. It needs to get fixed. It's so stupid. I'm sparring with a ring on sometimes. Forget to take it off. So stupid. It's the ring of my grandfather. He was wearing it in his 20s. He passed away a couple years ago. So it's like it's nothing special, but it's a lot of emotional. And it has a lot of emotional value for me. It's over 70 years old now. Wow, that's a G move right there. That's really sharp, my friend. Do you use SMC or price action? SMC is price action also, but LTA Concepts. Lorenzo, when was the last time you lost a trade? A bitty pig. There was a bitty pig loss. The 28th of March. We had a bigger window after that. Look at GJ, isn't that an entry setup? So what happened there? Yeah, good question. Good point, actually. Look at this, by the way. Look at how the yield is flipping here. Okay, it came down and it's flipping. This is good. This is good for the yield. This is not good for gold. Look at this. I'm telling you, we would have survived it, by the way. Our stop loss was right above it. Our stop loss was right above it. We would have not been stopped out with 1 pip or 2. No. Sorry. Our stop loss was at 2010.8. 4 pips. We would have been stopped. I think we would have barely just survived it. Just survived it. With a 2 pip move or something like that. Net. But yeah, you can better do this and like wait for confirmation now and then re-enter. Like that would have been stressful during news. So we would have still, practically survived it if it decides to close below here. But yeah, irrelevant. Alright, check out the previous weekly very low. Yeah, that level is not hit, right? No, it's at 2314.6. So it's very close towards the previous daily value high. That's why I definitely would look for shorts there. But now what matters is this zone. It's the same level. We took a trade from it. We took 2 trades from it. 1 today during news and 1 yesterday. Same level. Are you still trading? Are you only trading gold, or you trade other pairs as well? I only trade gold on stream, or like 99%, 95% gold on stream. And I trade a lot of different pairs off stream in our Discord. Wow. Incredible, right? Managing to still potentially close below here. Let's see if he closes actually below it. Yeah, wow. Can I see the settings of your fixed range profile? Yeah, 128.72, 70, sorry. What's the name of your... Lorenzo, what's the name of the smart TV at your back? It's a 90-inch Samsung. Yeah. It's actually wild that the stop loss was not triggered yet. That's actually wild. If he would have held the trade open. So if you're in, I would definitely close it. If you're still in and you held it open and you're still in now, and then look for re-entries later. Like, just be patient, wait for new entry models to present themselves and look for re-entries. No need to stick in your position and hope for the best. That's one of those should have trusted it moments. It's, yeah, not really, because we still closed above it. But if price would have come up here and I would have not been stopped out, but it's like literally now back at my entry. Yeah, then it's like I would not be satisfied. I would not be satisfied. I'm much more happy with how we managed it here. I'm actually very, very satisfied with the management. The only way we would have get wrecked if we would have just, if price would come up and it would keep shooting up. I mean, hindsight, like, should have always in hindsight. Yeah, man. Yeah, we call them Mr. Hindsights in the chat. People that always said, like, I told you so, I told you so. And then when it's like the other way around, you don't hear them saying, yeah, you were right, my friend. You were right today. Maybe I'm right next time, but you were right this time. No, no, no. You don't hear that. You hear either I told you so or nothing. Yeah, that's why we, like, for example, we had 2 trades here. And these were wins. And I could have said, yeah, but, you know, if I just left it open and if I just didn't close it, then this and that. But like based upon my data, my information, my history, in the long term, I'm gonna be right more. So when these two turned out to be winners, both of them, super frustrating for people, breaking even on a winning trade. It's better than losing, but regardless, it's like annoying, super annoying. But the amount of times it saved me is just in the long term, it's gonna just pay off more. So what's the rule? So the rule is that the 15-minute first is our trade, is our entry model, right? The 15-minute potential. We closed above twice. The 30-minute now closed above. The only candle that's still open is the 1 hour. So that's how we take trades. We start at the lower and we move to the higher. Why? Because that's how we trade fractals. You start looking at the lower first and you build it up with closures. So if the 30-minute closes above here, the 30-minute entry model is invalidated. Same for the 15. Then you go to the hourly closure. Then the question is the hourly enough for our entry model? And you build it up to the 4-hour max. It depends. It depends on the swing. It depends on your target. If the target is big enough, you can give yourself the room to look for the higher time frame. In this case, the 1 hour is absolutely the maximum. But it usually reduces the chance of an entry model, because if price already goes, it goes, and you know you start missing out on these type of things. But if it still occurs, it occurs. But that's where we have these confirmations. So top-down analysis with LTA start on the lower time frame. This is confusing because higher time frame is more strong. No, that's wrong. Entry models start at the lower time frame. Your top-down analysis starts at the higher time frame. Your analysis should be already accurate. You should have your buy set and so on and so on. You should know if you're trading below the opening price of the week or above it. You should know what the key levels are on the higher time frame, below it and above it. You should have a direction in your mind here. The entry models at key levels, starting at low, moving up to high, depending also on the timing of the market and the closures around the market here. The closer you are to the 4-hour closure though, you want to stick around it. Now, the 4-hour candle is something you do not have to worry about. So after the 4-hour closure, I always give myself 3 hours. I don't have to think about the 4-hour candle. I don't care about the 4-hour candle because I know that there is no closure coming along here. The only thing I care about is the 1 hour, 30-minute, 50-minute from there. The closer you get to the 4-hour candle closure, the more you have to be careful of the manipulation and the new wick creation of the new 4-hour candle. And that's what you try to avoid. That's why I'm avoiding trade setups around that time period, unless it's aligning with the 4-hour around that time. We're gonna go over it many times, fam. So you will start seeing the patterns here. That's how we're doing it live. Nothing better than live execution, baby. A real-time war together. Let me quickly check GJ here because I think I skipped it. Is that correct? Yeah, I did. Okay. 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 That could be really good, actually. Yeah, that's where we're reacting from. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there is potential GJ here. This looks very interesting. If you see it, you see it. If an entry want to present itself around here on the lower time frame, short. The highs here are taken out. We took out the highs previously already as well. If we didn't, different story. We did. We went to the opening price of the week. We took it out. We flipped bearish. We retrace. Potentially in our PoC, which is not just the fixed PoC, it's also the current week. The whole week, most volume was traded at 196.989. We're reacting from this zone. This is another key level here in the middle. That's your TP point, which is the previous daily value area low. If an entry model presents itself here, it's actually very clean. If you get it, press a 1. Nice. Okay, I will share it in Discord. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So for gold now, yeah, it's coming down. Okay. No clear entry model around our key level here. It did not hit our stop loss. It 2 pips. So maybe we would have get stopped out with spreads. I doubt it. I think we would have stayed in. Vantage is awesome. So look at that reaction, man. That key level never lies, man. It just doesn't lie. I still believe we managed it really well. We managed it really well. That's unbelievable. Sometimes I'm even still like, you know, flabbergasted with these key levels and stuff and how the reaction is from it. Even though sometimes there is a delayed response because of the candle formation, because the fractals. Yeah, so for me, it's only way to look for entries here is this. Is a retracement and a rejection. or a potential, depending on how this candle closes, by the way, but a potential potential consolidation here, manipulation here, and then an expansion to the upside. These are only two options there. GJ might be setting up sooner than expected, because this 2-hour candle is going to close, and if it closes like this, the next 2-hour candle will be opened, and if that creates an expansion into our zone, then you can say, okay, that's a new 2-hour candle. On the 15-minute, we might have entry possibilities here. So yeah, I know you guys looking at gold, but gold needs some patience. GJ is the only thing I'm like, yeah, this could happen faster than a gold entry here in the short term. Kevin says, I feel so many moves missed. So let me ask you a question. When you see price moving up and down, and you're saying there are so many moves missed, are you saying that every single move should have been an entry? Let me know in the chat. Who thinks that way? Who thinks this way? Every move in the market should be an entry. And if you don't take it, you miss out. If you're mentally strong, yeah, why not? It's a good answer. If you're mentally strong, losing a lot of money, then why not? For sure. Because then you need to have like, you know, unless you are a genius and have like 8 or 9 different strategies in your head at the same time, and you understand all these different strategies and you've traded them all, and you know exactly when to utilize what on what different moment in time, maybe then. But I doubt it for a lot of guys here. I think sticking with a playbook and in a specific strategy is where the monies are made. Yeah, 100%. It is crazy though, how this level is holding up. Good to see, but it's no surprise either. So we're tapping into the zone. Now it's time for an entry model here. Let's see if the entry models present themselves. You guys know what we're looking for. And that's the last shot in my opinion. It's this reaction, a rejection, a next candle, and then the entry. Then the entry, and then a continuation. Targeting first, of course, the lows here. It's actually nice, really nice. I like it a lot. If this gets rejected here, then we have something really nice here. My mom asked if you are single. Okay, how old is your mom? I'm joking. Congratulations, the ebook is on the way to your inbox. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Make sure you download the playbook here. It has been tested many, many times before. Okay. It's 74 pages of pureness, of pure love, created specially, crafted with my bare hands, delivering it right at your front door. Okay? That's what it's all about. The war map. So make sure you download it. If you trade with us live, you have to do it. Have to. It's free. Why not? You guys like free stuff? I give you a free playbook. I give you free indicators that align with that playbook. All right? I give you free trades that align with the playbook and the indicators. And I give you entertainment that align with the playbook, the indicators, and the trades. Okay, GJ is there. The trade is there. Otherwise, what about your private group? Private group is closed. We had a launch. We sold out in 1 hour. That was crazy. So next time we'll see. For now, we're working with the people in our community. I release a couple more lecture series, a couple more videos. We do a couple more events, and step by step before we open up again. Yeah, so for gold, you guys know it. I've set, or I'm gonna set my alerts here. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna set my alerts. If we get into our zones, our levels, you know what we're looking for. The previous daily PoC is the first level not to talk about. Or the early previous weekly value are high. That means this. There is a reason why we are getting rejected here. But that confirmation needs to be there, okay? Especially when it comes down to that candle. So that's we need to give that time. GJ is already in our key level, so if you guys are still interested, then this might be the trade time. And it's not a forced trade. It's actually aligning really well with what we're looking at. Highs taken out, rejection of the opening price of the week, internal consolidation, break, so consolidation, expansion, retracement, play. The current week overall has been trading throughout the opening price till now, giving you the same level, so that's a double confirmation. Now it's about your entries, your closures, and your entry models. So that's gonna be the last chance, unless you know, gold comes down quickly. Are you gonna see tomorrow? Yes, for sure, for sure. And the beautiful thing about tomorrow is that the Fomc is behind us. The only thing I really doubt is the amount of volume tomorrow. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you guys think there will be some volume tomorrow, New York, because of the gap between FOMC and the NFP? We're gonna be there regardless. Lorenzo, why didn't you almost have no spreads? A little bit of spreads. Well, I have a I have a raw account on Vantage. That's the main reason. So I pay swap. I pay transaction fees based upon my holdings. But because I'm mainly entering for around 30 minutes, it's really beneficial if you trade with a lot more money. It reduces your spreads tremendously and you pay a little bit more commission, but it's worth the commission. That's why the spreads are lower. That's why I love Vantage so much. So yeah, if you're interested, it's in the description. It gives you a 50% deposit bonus. That does not mean that you become rich and get free money, but it gives you the opportunity to trade with more money, to have more margin available, especially if you're just starting and you don't have that much capital. Then you don't have to worry about liquidations that much because you have more money to work with. So therefore, link is in the description. Click on it. It takes you like 5 minutes, and it's set up. Not from the United States. It's in Indonesian. Not for you though, probably. All right, I love to see this. I love to see this. That's what we want to see. A nice wick. You guys know it. Double wick confirmation. I cannot repeat it enough. 2 wicks in a key level. 3rd wick entry. You will get used to it. The fractals, the time frames, it start becoming very natural at some point. I think you get it quickly. Just need to be very consistent with LTA and only focus on this for a while. And at some point, this is the only thing you're going to see. So yeah, hopefully we see the GJ entry model play out. That's the last thing we're looking for, as gold is ranging in between these key levels here, giving you quite uncertainty from a top and a bottom range. The 1 hour though, there is a big chance we're going to close below here, which is very interesting, but you just need to give that more time. That's all it is. Can I see your LTA mentorship section? Yeah. So I'm very impressed with you guys, by the way. Super impressed with how you guys are sharing. Incredible amounts of confluence, just putting it all together, utilizing the volume profile, utilizing the new indicators. As clean as it gets here. Okay. And putting in following the template, utilizing the threads for your comments. Okay, so you have the other members in our community that can respond to it, keeping it organized, keeping it clean. Super good. All right, gold, same thing. Look at that, man. Beautiful. Andy, big shout out to you, my friend. You're doing an amazing job. You're absolutely crushing it. Really good stuff. The LTA forum, of course, speaks for itself here, right? Our general overview, the LTA concepts. We have the SMC video series A and B for the basics. If you are completely new, a beginner, you need to understand this before you move to LTA concepts. Super important. LTA, we're releasing videos every week. And then, of course, all our events. Some of them you can see it if you want. You can check it out. But they're all from the past. But nice. Yeah, good stuff. The trading floor, the examples, the setups with video format. Yeah, keep it up, fam. I'm very proud of you guys, how you guys are doing it, especially for all our new members. You're doing great. Trust the process. Like I said, it's a yearly mentorship. You're just in the first week now. First week and a half. So it's just more event structure, and we'll get it. We'll get there. By the way, I'm super happy with the emails. I saw a massive email yesterday. I was not able to respond to it yet, but it's the best email I've ever received. It's unbelievable. His whole journey in absolute depth. So the fact that somebody wants to take their time to write a message like that, I think that takes an hour, if not longer. I'm very, very blessed. So thank you for that. I will respond to you later. Just wanted to say it. If you're watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Beautiful. For the others, we always send you a little bit of motivation every single day. It takes you literally 45 seconds. If you download the ebook, you should have got an email from me sometimes. We write these emails out. It's the philosophy behind trading. It's your day-to-day habits. It's to keep you sharp. We have this as a foundation, completely free. It takes you 45 seconds here to read it. Now, these emails are going to upgrade your mind on a day-to-day basis, you know? It's super, super valuable. I read them, 45 seconds, boom. Okay, I'm back. Waking up. So important that you open them every day to just upgrade your mind, stay fresh, and then come on the live streams later on. Because I want to see you clear. When you're here watching the lives or watching whatever we do, I want a happy version of you. I want to see you shine. All right? All that distraction, people complaining, forget about these people. It's you and me right now. And GJ, potentially, short. Gold needs more time. That's all it is. Yeah, we put so much work in the ebook. You know, so much effort in. We got 8,500 downloads now. I was like, okay, 10,000 downloads, we're gonna release a new version. And I said that 3.5 weeks ago. And I was like, okay, easy. Just gonna give you a new version after that. But no way. I expected that in July, August, maybe. So be a little bit patient here. So if you ask me a question, how can I just really understand how to read volume? Then there are two things you need to know. Volume and time. And volume and price. The combination of that, volume, time, and price, is where the magic happens. Because now you have volume on specific price levels. So it's no longer only the time period. It's the combination of the time period with the level period. So the price levels and the exact volume traded on each level, on the battleground. It's a combination of everything that makes it a unique strategy. So in order to really understand it, you need to understand the amount of contracts executed, trades executed at a certain period of time, at certain key levels. And this comes over time. And that's why it starts with the ebook. It starts with getting familiar with it, and starts with you very simply highlighting key levels and just see how it responds. That's all I'm asking from you. Just test these key levels out, see how it responds, and then at some point you're gonna see like, hey, we're constantly reacting from it. Like, how is that even possible? What's going on here? And then your mind will automatically do your own research. You will start understanding the deeper layers behind it. And I will explain it also later on. It's a process. But the only way for you to see this strategy working out in real time is by testing it yourself. Let me know, what do you guys think? You guys have now trying it out for a month. What is your overall experience? What is your overall thought process? Your first impression? We sell GJ from here. So yeah, double wick confirmation, right? You know it. Double wick confirmation, third wick entry. Liquidity is the only barrier to understand the whole game. Okay, what is liquidity? Explain what liquidity is. From a technical standpoint. Still pushing up a bit. That's what we want to see. Okay, second tap. This is the moment of truth. All right, so this is the second wick confirmation. You want to close below this. And then you know what time it is. It starts to look really good. Especially if you look in the 5. Liquidity is the orders placed by retail traders like us, especially our stop losses. No, liquidity is the ease of how transactions can be executed. So it's the ease of getting your money out of the system if you want to. But the only way to get your money out of the system if you want to, there need to be executed orders sitting at certain price levels. Without that, there is no liquidity. By default, when understanding the liquidity, we need to understand the executed contracts. The good thing about executed contracts is that you can measure that. You can find that. You can measure You can measure executed contracts. You can understand trade setups, bid and asks. Doesn't have to be by definition executed because you have level 2 data. You can look at the heat map, right? You can understand also potential setups. It's the opportunity of getting in and out at certain price levels. But in essence, it comes down to volume. Okay, I love this. I really like this here. Might be turning into like a lower time frame setup here, but let's see how we move. Hopefully we don't close below above it in the next like 5 minutes. Your insights hit a reliable resonance with me. Same information as many. I'm nearly do the same trades. I'm not sure if it's more info, but this gelled it all together. Eternally grateful. Thank you, bro. And thank you for your support, man, also. By the way, you're always in the chat. I really appreciate that, man. And what I notice about this chat is that if you look at our live viewers and the amount of normal conversations in the chat, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. Like the professionality and stuff. Everyone is buying gold, not me, man. Not at the moment. It's sitting right at that level once again. LTA Concepts with my initial execution strategy has extremely increased my accuracy. It has even eliminated the execution fear. That's the main thing. You nailed it. That's the main thing. There is no more guesswork. No more guesswork in regards to you just know it's just mechanical, right? It's very mechanical. So that makes it much easier on the brain. Maybe weird question. How tall are you? 1 meter and 90 centimeters, like 6'3" ish. I don't know what it is in like inches. Feet, sorry. 6'2", 6'3", I don't know. Anyways, 190. Why? Yeah, so both the 30-minute and 50-minute giving you that that wick here. Is there enough volume, fam? Well, 2 more hours, 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2 more hours, yeah. Lorenzo, where did you start from? You have a story. Watch my podcast, type in Lorenzo Corrado podcast or something like that. You will find it. It's a crypto podcast, but the first 15-20 minutes is about my story. It's actually not really that old. Okay. So, closure done. The 30-minute is still there. The volume is okay. It could be better, but it is okay. You have that wick, number 1, that's sitting around there. Why? Because you have not broken the wick of the previous candle, so you cannot flip the body and enter. It's that wick. At the same time, if you want to have an extra confirmation, you can say, I'll wait for this 30-minute, because the 30-minute is also setting up very clean. And then you have a 30-minute confirmation, which always increases your, overall opportunity, your overall chance. Double wick on the 30 followed by the 15 here. But usually you could say that now you're starting to potentially reject. Now our key level is super clear. Now stop loss wise, above the highs here. I think that makes the most sense. You have the value area high. The fixed value high here, low time for fixed value. With the value high here, that's like a really nice key level again. That can support you. Now, this is the aggressive stop. This is the safe stop. And this is your medium target, but you have the FOMC, so it's all about trade management here. Taking out the lows is of course your first thought, but it should not be your target, in my opinion. Everyone is asking about gold. That's no surprise. Yeah, it's for me, it's only the hourly that's gonna do it. The hourly is clean. The hourly gives you, and I'm talking specifically about the candle closures, right? That's the rule for me. It's the candle closures here below the key, our key level. So the hourly is the only confirmation that I want to trade from. And that's at the initial move here. If that's your question. So yeah, you have the double wick, then your next trade is your entry, and you take it back down to 22.95. So if that plays out fantastic, you have what you need there. Hourly looks good. Now wait and see how it continues setting up right now. Yeah. GJ looking good? Yeah, exactly. So the 30-minute is the entry. Target 1. Target, sorry, I need to go utilize this one. Yeah, this target 1. It's just taking out, swiping these particular lows here. And target 2 is the yeah, I think we're good there. I think you can let price decide and see how you go from there. Did you enter GJ? No. The 30-minute, if the 30-minute gives you the same opportunity as the 15, then why not waiting for the 30-minute here? In terms of gold, it's really, really wild what actually happened today, right? We came up, we swiped down all the way. We're now back at our key level, the early previous weekly value area high. We took a trade from it yesterday, we took a trade from it today, and it's just absolutely crazy. Oh, there's one thing, by the way, guys. Like, we just give a lot of like free value, right? But like, I get messages every day now, and it's like, it's always the same type of people, and they're saying, "Hey, bro, respectfully, if you give me $100, I'm like, why $100? Then I give you the money back once I start to become profitable." So I need to give you money, then you're gonna become profitable and pay me back. Is that what you mean? Stop with these messages, man. Is it like, you know, value information? Sure. You know what I mean? But if I give money to one person like that, then and maybe at some point I will, who knows? But then it's gonna be a virus. It's gonna be an absolute virus. There's no end. I can just sell my house right away. That's what I should do then. So much value, you know what I mean? So much information. Utilize this first, and let's have a conversation after. Show me that you're the shit in Discord, in our group, and we can have a conversation after. DJ is starting to look good, huh? Yeah, I like it too. I like what I see here. Yeah, look at gold, man. Like, you really want to trade this right now, right here in the middle? Without any confirmations, like it comes down. Everyone is like, oh, sell, sell. It comes up again. Buy, buy. And then, boom, sell. No, man. This is gold before the Fomc. Typical gold before the Fomc here. You're gonna be live to FMC, so I need to spar very, very soon. Okay. Tomorrow, very early. So I will not be able to stream because for me the FOMC is at 2 a.m. The press conference is at 2:30, so I will stay up till 3, 4 a.m. 4 a.m. most likely, because the press conference is an hour, so that's 3:30. So I'm gonna be sleeping at 4 a.m. And I need to, you know, I have pretty serious sparring this week. So I need to be there. I just can't do it. I mean, we have been streaming for 3.5 hours. Trader Academy says gold's gonna drop to 22.65 today, in my belief. Euro says, what does the point of control? LTA forever. Nice giveaway. Nice, G. Don't have to donate. I keep saying it. Don't need to donate though. And then you're the same dude. What does the point of control that you have marked on the charts really mean? The point of control is the absolute... You know what? The point of control is where the bloodbath has taken place. So when we're talking about two troops fighting and battling each other out, buyers versus sell, aggressive buyers versus aggressive selling, the most volume, the biggest battle has taken place exactly at what we call the point of control. The point of control stands for the survival of the fittest. Buyers versus sellers, the most volume traded from a technical standpoint at a certain level, at a certain time. Yeah, what's happening with the chart? Yo. Huh? Ah, yes. I was like, what's going on here? Why is it not working? Okay, what happened? GJ, let's go. Oh yeah, it's this one right there. Something like that. Yeah, it's a 30-minute close. Yes. Okay. This is your entry model 1, sitting right there. Shorting GJ here. Setting in a top wick and breaking below, leading into that continuation. I don't know why it's this big. And then you have your first line of thought sitting at this level, 196.666. Let's make it 667 just for our luck. Looks better. Yeah, that's pretty nice actually. I might just hold it and see where this then takes us, fam. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to hold this one throughout the whole stream, to be really honest with you. So if you don't want to stick around, then for me personally, just don't take the trade, because I'm not sure if I can be able to be here this long. So I can set and manage it myself here. It's a second trade, by the way, regardless. 1 second, there we go. Still can't believe you give us all the content for free. Also, what would you say TP for GJ Delos? Yeah, so the thing is, the FOMC can fuck everything up here. So you need to manage it. You need to manage it accordingly. This is where buyers come into play, right? This is where buyers feel the need to enter. I think that's a good thing. I think this only creates the liquidity we need to calm down and give us that continuation play potentially. So if we flip this, you know, selling into where people are buying is a good thing. So that flip is going to help me. Let me see if we can set it here. So one more time. Consolidation. Overall, on the higher time frame, right? Rejection of the Sunday open. We swiped the highs and we broke the lows. That by definition is already your entry model 3. By default already. Now, within that entry model 3, there is an entry model 1 on the internal range, what we call the fixed PoC. That also aligns with the weekly PoC, so the current week, the whole week of trading, most volume was traded, we just talked about the battle, that happened right there at 196.988. That's why it's so hard to break it. Now, you have a double wick confirmation. And then the third candle needs to flip because you do not take out the wick. Now, it doesn't have a strong wick regardless. It needs to break the lows. And then there are two things here in this case. You can utilize the entry model on your stop loss above the highs. I think it's risky because of the hourly. The hourly candle is still, not 100% closed here. So setting it a little bit higher above the fixed value or high is, in my opinion, a better decision. As you want to target and you want to assume that this is a distribution phase for a move towards the downside. When it starts to get towards these zones, you manage your risk and you start securing yourself on break even. All right. So unfortunately I have to go because I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. I wish it played out a bit earlier, but I have to spar tomorrow. I have a fight. Okay, I have a fight tomorrow. So I need to be fresh for my fight. Tomorrow I'm going to be back on the stream regardless. And now unfortunately I cannot stay for the FOMC. Otherwise I would have definitely done that like last time. All right. So that's the setup. Now we can always discuss this in Discord. I hope it keep each other updated, but manage your risk accordingly because there's only 2 hours left. And I'll make sure that I'll track the same thing as well here. All right. Hope you understand it. Overall W stream. Thank you so much. Regardless. And the news trade today was funny. Was a bit wild. Was a bit crazy. But risk management, you see it, is everything. Especially when trading news here. And I hope you learned something from our management while trading news as well. Super important. Limit orders, stop loss on break even at the right moment, the right time, key levels, you name it. Okay. So regardless, fam, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I hope to see you then. If you there say yes, I'm committed. I'm gonna see you tomorrow once again. Make sure you download the ebook. Super key. Make sure you open the emails. And I think then we just continue our new month here. And hopefully we continue our win streak. And keep going, man. All right. Keep it up. And hopefully this flips bearish. Break even at around, the 196.667. All right. Which is the previous daily value area low. Something around that level. Which is not big, but I don't think you need more to already break even on your position. All right. So very important what I'm saying. That break even point is key. All right, hope that makes sense. Keep each other updated in Discord, help each other out a little bit, and then I think we should be good. All right, I'm gonna get out. Thank you, fam. Assam, Masam, Trading Illusion, Christoph, nice. LTA Concepts, baby, let's go!